into it then, and I'm not gonna tease any longer. I'm not going to delay sharing the great news. The great news is, as we are officially launching a new business. It is called Antony Investment Properties. And I'm so excited to share, not only are we launching a new business, but we have officially made our first purchase of an investment property. And we're trying to be really thoughtful about this whole process because this is definitely new territory for both myself as well as my business partner, Kristen. Also new territory, of course, for my husband. So we are really just trying to be thoughtful about our process of like launching into this new industry. I always consider myself so blessed because one, I'm gonna throw a pitch out there for one of my closest friends, Nicole Callender. She is a real estate extraordinaire. Not only has she built an amazing real estate business for herself here in Maryland, but we are actually the first home that she sold in Delaware with her Delaware license. So big shout out to Nicole. Thank you for your support, through this process. It's, again, new territory for us. And honestly, I have to tell you, compared to every other purchase I've ever made in terms of homes, every purchase that Kristen's made, this hands down was like the smoothest, easiest process, from the mortgage company to the sellers. Everything just was a dream, and it really affirmed that we were doing the right thing here. So again, really exciting news to share, and I'm super happy to be sharing this with you. So let's get into the details, shall we? First and foremost, the location of our new investment property is actually on the Eastern Shore beaches. It's on the Delaware Shore, right over the kind of zip code line from Fenwick Island into Selbyville, Delaware. It is actually the very, very first neighborhood, kind of a planned community neighborhood with amenities and all that kind of great stuff, right into Selbyville. Literally is a 5-minute drive to the beach. So we love it because it's Fenwick. I just always thought was so cute. It had like all of the, Maryland beaches, kind of Ocean City stuff, like Fisher's Popcorn and mini golf and all the stuff we all love to do with our families when we go to the beach. But it's, again, you have that like awesome, quiet, relaxing environment, much less traffic even during peak season, that you get to enjoy by driving a little bit further inland. The neighborhood that we're in is called Swan Cove, and it actually has 2 different pools, 2 different clubhouses, a gym, canals that are perfect for kayaking, and paddleboarding. I can never remember the name of it. But also paddleboarding there, an awesome like walking, running, and biking neighborhood as well. So it's just really a location that me and my family have come to absolutely love. And with this kind of being our first step into this new industry, our focus was Chris and I kind of coming together and going, hey, let's buy a second home together. And this is also for our families. So it was like perfect because everything we did in terms of this house was designed for families. It was designed for, the great ideal location, especially here in Maryland, and kind of like still taking advantage of like the true Eastern Shore beach experience. But, making it in a place that is ideal for families. And here's the key: affordable. So the whole theme there's been a lot of thought, and I'll get into more details about the future of Antony Investment Properties, but our main kind of tagline is accessible luxury. And just this belief that regardless, you don't have to be super wealthy, you don't have to be somebody who's just traveling with adults, you can actually still have access to luxury in an affordable way, access to luxury even if you have children, or let's say you have a dog. Our house is not just dog friendly, it's dog loving, and we've set up a lot of things around that as a part of the home, and really just making the more of that luxury travel experience accessible to more people. So this is what's really been driving everything that we've been doing with this first property, and we're really, really excited to share it with you. Our goal at this point is that we are hoping, and we'll cross our fingers, that we will actually launch at least on Airbnb, possibly another travel site, actually by tomorrow evening. So that is our goal at this point. We are also planning to launch our website for AIP. Design was kind of bringing it out of the early 2000s and up to date. So first thing I did is a little design trick is we came in, had all of the doorknobs and hinges updated, replaced all the hardware in the bathrooms and in the kitchens and in the kitchen. So we replaced all the hardware. We replaced light fixtures, got rid of the boob lights. Now everybody knows what I'm talking about when I say that. So we put in new light fixtures throughout the whole house. Really focused on a modern coastal design. So we have a blue palette, hence why I'm wearing blue today, because I wanted to kind of go with the theme. But we really are working with a blue palette of different shades that kind of like mimic the ocean, right? And the ocean obviously has different shades of blue and green depending on where you are in the world. So we really wanted to mimic that. We mimicked it with, putting in some paint in terms of on some walls. We also, curtains and carpets and you name it. We really just did our best to kind of like have this real blue, sea blue palette, if you will, throughout the entire home. We also made sure that we could sleep comfortably in beds, 16 people in the house. And again, focusing on family, we really made sure that there was like a designated kids space. So one of the second floor bedrooms actually can sleep. There's a queen size bed, and then there's a day bed with a trundle that comes out, and there's also a toddler bed that's in there, and of course a pack and play for babies. So there's plenty of space for kids sleeping, and if you have, let's say, a couple families decide to go on vacation together, it's a perfect space for the kids to go. We've got a fully stocked closet in the kids' room with tons of games and activity books. Like I said, pack and play, changing pad for babies. Just tons and tons of toys and a play tent and a play tunnel, all the stuff that I know that as soon as our boys walked into that house, they just got in there and went crazy. They just had the best time playing with all the toys. In addition to that kid space is also a second floor flex space, which is the loft. We put in 2 day beds in there that kind of like are multifunctional. They can either serve as 2 sofas with a television and a dresser that's in that space, or they can function as the ability to sleep 4 people. So it's, a great flex space, and we even put up a privacy curtain up there to kind of damper the noise a little bit that could potentially be coming from that space or coming from downstairs in the great room. We also have a secondary master bedroom, which is on the second floor, which will actually, one of our first projects we're going to do is turn that bedroom into a suite. And our intentions is to actually add another, so we'll have 4 bedrooms and 4 bathrooms with one of our first projects. But off of that secondary bedroom is a gorgeous balcony. So it's a Georgia style porches on the front of the home, which is a full balcony above the porch, that's there on the front of the home. So it's just a peaceful place just to kind of go in the morning with a cup of coffee. For all of you weird morning risers, not myself, I'll go hang out there at night to watch the bats or something like that. But that's not where I'll be. But it's just a great space to be in. And then on the first floor, as I mentioned, we've got a great room with an open kitchen, open concept to the living room and to the dining room, and to a bump out, which is basically a sunroom because it has skylights there as well. There are 2 doors. One leads out to the backyard, and the other one leads into a fully screened in porch, which it's fully furnished out there. So just, again, a great place to socialize and relax and really take that reprieve from life, I think, that all of us desperately need at times. But the awesome part about it is like just the amount of seating we have, recognizing that, again, 16 people could be sleeping in this house. So our dining table has additional leaf and 4 chairs that can actually sit 12 people. The island seats 5. And we also have a drop leaf table that can be used there with the sofa bed that's in the living room and 2 ottomans to either be a game area or to, again, serve another 4 people for a meal. And then, of course, we have a huge sectional that's in the living room with an electric fireplace, and it's just super comfortable and really relaxing. And here's the key word: clean, because I am a clean freak, and I know that that's the number one thing I look for when I'm a long-term international Airbnb user myself, and the first thing I look for on reviews is cleanliness. So that to us is a huge part. talking about cleanliness, we have put in all of the linens, towels, and sheets are all white. So they can all be bleached between every single use. That's, again, something that I'm pretty neurotic about in my own home, and also even when I'm traveling. So just to know that, and also just, you know, the all those little details, I think that, you know, anyone who wants to be comfortable in their traveling looks for, and typically is reserved just for some 5-star hotel luxury. So from the white crisp linens and everything being super clean, making sure that we've got like protectors on everything in terms of like mattresses and pillows and everything, you name it, and just really paying attention to all those details. But speaking of details, we also did some awesome other stuff. We actually put in the master bath. We have a soaking tub, and I left there for all of our guests to use is bath salts and bath bombs and essential oils. We also, in all of our bathrooms, we have high, professional level natural body wash, shampoo, and conditioner that are there, not in those like little cheesy travel size, but full size bottles that, will be replenished, and, kind of taking a more green approach with everything that we're doing in the house. And again, just the epitome of just that kind of luxury experience with the more high-end fixtures and finishes that we have throughout every room in the house. In addition to the great room that we have, there's also what's considered a flex space right off the front entryway, and that can be used as a bedroom. It can be used as an office. It can just be used as like a den of sorts, but that is a full bedroom, and we also have a full bath right next to that room. And of course, we have the primary suite, which is on the first floor, on the main floor, and that of course has its own 5-piece bathroom, and in addition to that, it also of course has area for seating. And again, we've just maximized the sleeping space as much as possible. We put sleeper chairs in the primary and secondary bedrooms. We have 2 different sofa beds that are not just any sofa beds. We actually put really high quality memory foam mattresses on those, and just made sure that they're really comfortable. And just like really paid attention to all those little details. So it's just been, for me, it's been a really nice kind of reprieve from my typical everyday business life, where I seem to just kind of be inundated with like numbers. And this really tapped into like a creative side of me, which, I need. I think everybody needs like that time to just kind of like tap into their creative juices and creative nature. But anyway, I hope you will come and check out when we do have that listing go public. We will share it on all of our social media. And so you'll be able to see the listing in terms of the pictures. And also, if you're interested and you're looking for an amazing family, accessible luxury type of home this summer on the Eastern Shore, I hope that you will go check it out and possibly even book it. We would love to know that, people in our own network and family and friends would be enjoying it, as much as we are. Looking towards the future, wanted to share a couple of things there as well. We are already thinking of our next properties. Our next one's probably going to be a lake house. After that, we'll probably be looking towards something in the mountains. Haven't necessarily committed yet to like where in the United States it's going to be, but it's definitely not going to be, in Maryland or on the Eastern Shore. We're going to definitely look to expand on a true national level. And then the big one, and all of kind of what I kind of feel like this building, establishing experience and knowledge, the one that we're really working towards is our future plans in India. And this is really important, I think, just for us and kind of long-term future, is, of course, my husband, as you guys probably know, is from southern India, in the state of Tamil Nadu. And there's this gorgeous area that's basically Spice Hills. It's just abundant and rich with nature, but yet it's still very accessible. So it's about 15 minutes from a mid-sized city, the name of Thani. It's also about an hour and a half, I believe, to a larger city that has access to an international airport, which is Madurai. And so the area that we're looking into to purchase land and to not only build a residence for ourselves, but again, to build out this resort, is going to be in an area called Bodhinayakar. And this is a really exciting, adventure for us. It will be a full resort, with cottage style, places. In addition to that, our house will be available when we're not there, for use as an Airbnb. It will also have an international market, and we'll also have an international cafe. So all in all, our future resort is going to be called Antony International Resort and Spa, the Airs. And as we have each one of these properties come up, you guys will be along for the journey with us. We'll be adding to our AIP website, and you'll be able to see all of our different listings and different, and there will also be a reservation system on there. So you don't have to go through anything like an Airbnb. If you can go direct to our website and actually do all of your bookings, and also have access to a chat concierge. So this chat concierge is, again, in alignment with the idea of accessible luxury. Usually you have to go to a 5-star hotel to be able to access a concierge, but in this case, we will actually have a chat concierge available on our website to help with planning, with reservations, to identify activities, and just make the absolute best of your time, money, and travel, whenever you visit any one of our properties. So that's something we're really excited to offer as well. But that is just a little snippet into the future here. Like I said, I hope that you'll stay tuned with, as you see all of our postings go live. I hope you'll also, if you don't already subscribe, please go to my YouTube channel, Mom Mogul of 4, and be sure to like and subscribe and to ring that bell for notifications. That's going to be a great place, because the video that we're going to have on the website is first going to be launched through YouTube, because it's going to be a tour. So it's part of my design series, actually. So anything you want to see, if you're an HGTV addict like I am, and you're just into the amazing instant gratification of design, definitely go to my YouTube channel and subscribe and be able to see everything first in terms of the design series. So that's all for now. Be sure to like and subscribe and to ring that bell for notifications.